Hello Annette, hello there. Good afternoon. Thank you. Thanks. Hi Linda, good afternoon. Good afternoon Shirley, good afternoon. Hello Martha, how are you? Hi Christine, good afternoon. Hi Serena, how are you? Good afternoon everybody. Hello Diane. Phew, I'm warm. Hello Janet. Hello Annie. Good afternoon everybody. Hello Isabel, how are you? I hope you're all well. Hi Sue, I've got a glass of water. It's not gin. I'm so hot. I've got a glass of water, not gin. Hello Diane. How are you keeping? How's everybody? Hello Diane. Beetle porn on the lily. That picture was fab, Diane. You're going to have to share it in the group, Diane. That's Diane Babington before Diane Waldock thinks I've gone mad. Lime and fruit cheesecake. Oh, Christine, that sounds lovely. Hello from the Netherlands, Melanie. Hello there. Hello, Thirza. How are you? I'm very well, Diane. I'm very well. I'm hot, but I'm looking forward to getting out in the garden a little bit. Hello, Lynn. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Gin. I promise you, it's water. If I drank gin, I'd be more dangerous than I am now. Hello, Adi. Hello there. Oh, I'm very well, Isabel. I'm glad to hear you are as well. Hello, Sue. Good afternoon. I bet there's quite a few people out in the gardens this afternoon, enjoying the sunshine. Hello, Piggy Sue. Yeah, you'll have to, Diane. You'll have to share in the group. So funny. Good afternoon, Jane. I decided I need to make room for your stamp. Oh, no, Serena, you haven't got to do more sorting, have you? Please tell me you haven't. And thank you very much for ordering. Thank you. Hello, Ali, and thank you for ordering from the stockists as well. Hi, Steph. You've made a cuppa. I've got a glass of water. It's the first time in ages I've said no to a cup of tea. I was so hot. And Piggy Sue asks if everybody is well. Hello, Liz. It's quite hot here. It's hot here. No, I don't do gardening every day, but if it's nice like this, I feel guilty if I'm not out there doing some tidying. Hello, Gina. Good afternoon. How are you? Hello, Linda. Hello, Annalise. Good afternoon. With our colour hair, Diane, I don't do sunburn. I just go from a blue colour to like a milk bottle white. So I don't do tan. As you can see, I've got a beautiful tan. It's really beautiful. Can you see? It's beautifully white. And Melanie's in the garden and I've made smoked salmon. Oh, Melanie, that sounds lovely. Sounds absolutely lovely. But no, I've not got a tan. I'm perfectly white. Good morning, Tammy. You see, that confuses me every time when somebody says good morning. I lose track of where I am. I think I've said the wrong thing. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, I should say, really, shouldn't I? Thank you for ordering the big bundle, everybody. Thank you so much for your support. Should have said it's warm but not sunny here. I'm boiling, Anita. Perhaps I'm just a woman of a certain age. I'm boiling. Hello, Nicola. Have you been watching Leonie? Isn't she fab? She's fab, Leonie is. Hello, Leslie. How are you? Oh, Serena, I can't believe you've got to sort out again. Serena's the queen of organisation. She spends her life organising. Good afternoon, Wendy. Hello there. Patricia says it's too hot in the garden. I feel bad if I'm not in the garden doing some tidying. Hello, Lynn. How are you? My nail's coming off. She's doing a great job, isn't she, Nicola? Yes, I value her support. Are you white as well, Piggy Sue? I'm definitely very white. Unfortunately, I don't have beautiful olive skin. I have nice pale white skin. Good afternoon, Roz. How are you? Greetings from Peru. Wow. Su Yin, hello there. Welcome from Peru. That's one of the nicest things about doing Facebook Lives. is that you get so many people from different areas. Oh, thank you for supporting the stockies, Piggy Sue. Thank you. Thank you, Carol. Thank you very much. Hello from France. Hello, Sandrine. Am I supposed to say bonjour and ça va? Hello, Sue. You found me. I have no nails. Well, mine keep peeling off. They're driving me mad. And Steph Ross says hi. Hello, everyone, Gina says. So good afternoon, everybody. Hello, just finished planting flowers. What you planting, Linda? What flowers are you planting? I burn as well, Sue. I'm terrible. Hello, Vanessa. How are you? What was the I think she used some pens, didn't she, on the show for colouring the thistle. She used some pens. Good afternoon, Lorraine. Hello, Maria. Yes, I think they were watercolour pens, because didn't she activate them with water? Hello, Jennifer. Cuckoo. Yes, we're getting good at this, aren't we, Piggy Sue? Cuckoo. Me and Piggy Sue know about 3 words in French. We need Abs here so that he can speak fluent French. But doesn't he talk quick in French? When he speaks French, he talks so fast. Hello, Yvonne. Yvonne, hello there. Hello, Kim. Was that easy peasy, Sue? I'm dreading when somebody tells me to get dressed, Hope. Ça va, Sandrine? Merci, bonjour. I'm very well, thank you, Sandrine. Ça va bien, I'm supposed to say, aren't I? Yeah, you're supposed to say ça va and ça va bien, something like that. I'm getting really good. Not. Hello, Chantel. If Abs was here now, he'd be killing himself laughing at my French. Hi from Perth, Australia. So in Australia, is it good morning now or is it good evening? Oh, I'm totally confused. Hello back from the Netherlands. We've got Perth, Australia with Diane as well. Hello, Kay. That was it. It was Phil Martin pens, wasn't it? Yes. That's it. That's where the vibrancy came from. Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, Anne. I have been watching an old video, only knew when you mentioned the date. Bless Janet. We're all very well. We seem to be anyway, Kim. Hello, Yolanda. Hello there. I have checked my loo roll for numbers. And did you get any numbers, Paula? My mum is Spanish and they talk 90 to the... I know, Gina. Abs does when he speaks French. It's like 150 miles an hour. Mind you, I suppose I talk quick in English. What was the glaze Leonie used yesterday, please? I don't know what the glaze was. You'd need to message Leonie. I don't know what glaze she used. Obviously, there's lots of glazes around because you can get the... forgotten it now. The Ranger glossy accents. So there's lots of things around. You can use clear embossing. Oh, thank you, Sandrine. Thank you. It would be if we all got out in our PJs. Exactly, Sue. Exactly, it would be. Hello. Hello, Geraldine. Hello there. Petunias and geraniums now, but my neighbour Fiona and I swapped some iris plants. You see, that's what you need. You need neighbours like that. Normally, I swap with my friend Sue, but we can't see each other, so we can't swap. It's 7:50 a.m. in Utah, USA. So good morning, Marianne. Good morning. Braless is best. Exactly, Hope. Exactly. So I'm not... It was from Pentart. There you go. Jane knows. You see, Jane was taking notice, you see. So Jane wins the gold star, unlike Tracy Evans. Looking forward to another fab workshop. Oh, thank you, Valerie. Thank you very much. So I'm going to be using the Thistle this time. For, oh dear, look, it's vile, isn't it, Diane? I know, I know. Pink plugs. Pink plugs. I've ordered... Oh, pink plug plants, Patricia. Do you mean plug plants? I need to order some more plants because I've got loads of baskets now with nothing in. Would be nice if I could paint with my name. No, Hope. We're not even going to imagine that. Mine is going wonky too. Oh, no. Hi, everyone. Hi, Anne. Missed a few lives. Glad to catch you today. Hello, Angela. Hello there. It's only a certain class of loo rolls that have the numbers. Oh dear, Kay, is it a certain... Mind you, my loo rolls were as cheap as chips. In fact, it was so cheap that when you used it, the loo roll almost disintegrated. It was so cheap. That's all I could get. But it had numbers on, so it wasn't a posh make. I bet everybody's thinking, why is she talking about loo rolls? I can speak French. Du bien, s'il vous plaît. So are you asking for something, please? What are you asking for, Kim? Du bien, s'il vous plaît. Something, please. I'm probably the only person around that must be in the bra all the time. I even slip. Oh, Tammy, I can't slip in it. Oh, no. Yes, but you are in Cheshire. Does that mean I'm supposed to buy expensive loo rolls, Sue? Because I don't. Mine's as cheap as chips, the last lot. Right, so what the Facebook Live today, we're going to do just something simple. It doesn't, in the last 5 or 6 projects, we've done something quite engrossed, mixed media. So we'll do something that's quick and simple. 2 beers, please. Well, that's neither use nor ornament for me, Kim. What about tea? I need a cup of tea in French. What is it with the numbers on the loo rolls? I used the inside of the loo rolls, Jane, and it had got numbers on, and I used it in the background. Maggie says, what's a bra? Hello, Anita. You do realise that all the All and Create followers now of All and Create are going to think that I am the most bizarre member of the team ever. I'm doing workshop number 5. Yippee, just hope my jelly plate comes for June. Oh, I would have thought it would, Jennifer. I would have thought. Pretty much so. They're quite quick deliveries. My husband thinks I'm mad. I said, have to have loo rolls. Tasse de thé. Tasse de thé. So is that a cup of tea then, Piggy Sue? You're showing off now. So let's do just a really simple technique. So do you remember yesterday we did this technique? We did it on this canvas. We did this technique on the canvas. Do you remember yesterday? We did this technique, which was really easy. Piggy Sue's showing off now. So we did this technique yesterday just to show that you could get some marbling in a really simple way, even though it's nice and flat. It's nice and flat on there. Demo with house junk, including numbers on. Exactly, that's me, Linda. Demo with anything. Loo rolls, anything that takes me fancy. I didn't think I will have my man and wings for Saturday. Don't worry, Anita, we'll compromise, and I'll give you some more inspiration with that stamp as well. So don't stress. We'll still have a good time, and I'll give you some more inspiration with that one. So we can perhaps do another little live with it or something. So what I've done is I did it on card as well. Replying to Sandrine, vous not boys. Oh. So on the canvas, it's quite flat. When you do it on card, you get a few raised areas. So you get this marbling in the background on the card. So it's quite a nice technique that we did yesterday. But all as we're going to do today, did you miss that, Serena? So in other words, I'm going to have to do the technique again. Yes? Right, let me get a piece of card then. Let's do both backgrounds. We'll do both backgrounds. Hello, Michelle. Oh, thank you, Carolyn. Isn't Leonie fab? She is good. She is very good doing the shows for me. So what we're going to do is I've got an old credit card. Yesterday's live it was. It doesn't matter, I'll do it again. I just need to make sure that I don't go, I'm not on the Facebook Live too long so that I don't interrupt Leonie's shows. I wouldn't want to do that, so I'll try and be a little bit quicker. Hi, Tracy. Oh, thank you, Jane. She is doing a great job. She's very supportive. So I'm going to use khaki and Byzantium. If I miss a few comments, I do apologise because I wasn't planning to do this technique again today, but we'll just do it quickly now because I was just going to do a quick demo because I don't want to interrupt Leonie's shows. Leonie's back on at 4 p.m. and I don't want to interrupt her flow. And plus, you'll all want to see Leonie anyway. So I'm just adding a few dots. Not had a chance to try the background out yet. Have you got some catching up to do, Terry? You can listen to my waffle anytime you like. So I'm just adding these blobs of paint. Little blobs of paint over the background. and you're not thinking about it too much, you're being quite random. So don't think about it too much, or else you're just going to ruin the effect. It's very technical, this is. Hi, Annie. Hello, Sheila. We're doing something really technical. Really technical. It's so complicated. So we're just adding these blobs of paint like so. So just add your blobs of paint. Now just remember, I'm using opaque paints. If I wasn't using opaque paints, I would create mud, because you have to be aware of what colours will work together. So if these are opaque, so because they're opaque, they layer over each other. So that's not a problem. If you were using translucents, they would blend in together. So you have to be aware of not making mud when you're doing this. So just be aware of some of the colours. You have trouble finding the lives. I don't know why. I think I just go to the page now and hope for the best, to be honest, because I don't get notifications. Yes, you can use the Dina Wakley paints, Jane. You can use any paints at all. And are you ready for this technical bit? It's really technical, this is. So grab a piece of card, a piece of corrugated card, a piece of anything, as long as you can drag. And then just take your credit card and just blend the colours over the card. And then swipe across your other background so that you've got another background, and then carry on. I told you it was technical. And then you've done. That is your background. So you could make several backgrounds, but just be aware. I went to the notifications and found it that way. Yes, Michelle, I have to keep going and going back into the page. Now what this gives you is, it gives you a lovely marbled effect. So you get a nice, lovely marbled effect. A simple technique. Not everything has to be complicated. Sometimes it's nice to have techniques that you can sit down and create 10 of them in one go. And if you look at it, on the brown, it's flat. When it's on the card, it's quite textural. It's got a little bit of texture, so it's fab. So they look really nice on card or canvas. So they look really nice. And on your canvases, you can still add your stenciling over the top. You can still add your stenciling over the top. So I wanted the purple and green, but you can still add that over the top. Hello, Sachu from Finland. Good afternoon, Sachu. How are you? Sometimes simple is good, because goldfish brain. That's me. The colours are Byzantium and khaki, but you can use any colours you want. And the thing that I would say is experiment with colours, because you'll be surprised what oranges, yellows and red look like. Try 3 colours, but be aware of certain colours, because certain colours will create mud. So just be aware. They were Byzantium and khaki, Margaret. So just be aware that obviously if you're using translucents, then you can make mud. These are opaque, which means I can layer colours. But if I absolutely love that background, you've got lots of marbling here, and it dries like that as well. Oh, red squirrel. I've not seen a red squirrel for many, many years. So it gives you some marbling, and when it dries, it gives a lovely effect. So we'll bring the dry one in, like so, and we'll move this out the way. So a nice simple technique, and then you've got this background to use as well. So you could use either. So you've got a nice stripe of green, so you can use either one of those. I'll use the one that's dry. I've not seen a red one for years. I'm glad you're well, Sachu. It's lovely to have you here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add some stenciling. So I'm going to use the broken circles. Thanks, Serena. Serena must have answered somebody. So we're now going to use broken circles, and I'm going to use white snowflake. It just gives it a different, and this is a little bit raised, so it's fantastic. The marbling in the background here is lovely, really nice. So for Carol, who uses a lot of Janet's little characters, it would look fantastic on one of these backgrounds. No, I don't attack it with the heat gun, Steph. I let it dry, because if you attack it with the heat gun, when you've got these blobs of paint, it's going to bubble. Yes, that can be a different technique if you allow it to bubble, but I didn't want it to bubble because I wanted these marbled areas. Hello, Joe. Yes, but obviously I did it through a stencil with the shaving cream, but this just gives it more marbled, and it literally is quite raised on the card. So it's lovely. So just using a bit of paint, nothing too technical. And it's what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this background because I can use that background later. You're very welcome, Steph. Last time I saw one, I was near to Alsage when they were constructing the D road about 40 years ago. I haven't seen a red one for ages. So what I need now is my brayer. Where's my brayer? Let me just find my brayer, which has disappeared. I'm just going to add some touches of white now because we want to lift that. Thank you, Joe. Just with little bits of acrylic paint, Joe. So it looks quite nice, just with bits of acrylic paint. So I'm now going to add, and thanks for your samples, Joe, on the one-day special. Thank you. So I'm now going to add some white snowflake because I want to add a pop of white. And every time I look for something, I've put it back. So I'm now going to add a pop of white on the floor. Exactly, Jane. You've been watching me too frequently now because you know that I put everything on the floor. I'm now going to spritz the white paint with a touch of water. Not too much water, just a touch. Just to add some white stenciling in the background. And Joe says, hi, Carol. Just in case you haven't seen the comment. So I'm just allowing that paint to sit on the background, and this will just lighten the design. It's much appreciated, Joe, thank you. So I'm just lightening the design. So can you see that that white just gives me some lightness to the design? It means it's not quite so flat. So that's all I want. I'm just going to, here's another piece of card that I marbled yesterday. The marbling on that piece is even better on that piece. You see, isn't it good, Sue? Sue's just done red, yellow and orange, but that was just brown and cream, and that marbled beautifully here. Afternoon, Bev. Good afternoon. She says, I'm still waffling, Bev. So I'm just going to add this white paint to here, just so that I don't waste it, because I'll use it for another background. Just so that we don't waste. Just going to do a little bit of cleaning. Good afternoon. Just wipe up this white paint so we don't get in too much of a mess, which is very easy when you're on my desk because I keep moving my mat. So what is everybody up to later this afternoon apart from sitting in the garden, which is what I'm hoping to do? I know, it's great how it fades, isn't it, Kim? I love how it fades. I just love it. The brown and cream is beautiful. And it does look quite dimensional in real life. Are you losing connection, Annie? Oh dear, that's not good. Well, it's a matter of opinion. The brown is vintage. Yes, it is, Chantal. Very vintage. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my Thistle stamp. And I'm going to stamp the Thistle over the top. Now, obviously, we're stamping onto a lot. Oh, are you strimming, Sue? Walking the dog in the forest. You see, Chantal, that sounds fantastic. How are you going to use the other background? I will give ideas in a second, Jane. So I'm now going to ink my stamp up. And I'm using the Thistle. And I'm just going to ink the top half. I'm not going to ink the Thistle text. I'm just going to ink, let's bring this in so you can see. Just move this all up here so you can see. I'm just going to ink the Thistle. just bathe the dog and she's not impressed. No, my dogs aren't impressed, Michelle, when I bathe them. They're not impressed in the slightest. So I'm just inking the teasel up with a good layer of ink. And I need to remember to add a good layer of ink because we've got that paint layer. We've got that paint layer. But it's not too much of a problem if we miss little bits because we'll be adding the teasel over the top. Jane's cleaned the fridge. Now that doesn't sound quite as interesting, Jane, to be honest, cleaning the fridge. Finished a UFO with your unidentified flying object with your flowers stamped, and I'm painting them now. It's a wooden thingy to put brushes on. Ooh, I'm liking the sound of that, Anita. I'm liking the sound of that. Yes, so I need to stop waffling, Serena, so that we don't miss Leonie, because I'm waffling for England. So this is very, very sticky. So you do need to make sure that you allow that to sit so that you're not in a rush. Replying to Serena. I'll be watching. There you go. And Carol is as well. And Leonie appreciates the support if you're watching it. I liked how you all sent your pictures in of your artwork. It was fab. I loved it. So I'm just going to get a scrap of paper just to blot that. We're just going to blot that now, because you're stamping onto a paint layer. Oh, the weather is cold and grey in Southport. Wow. Formby is that. Sue Saxton, the National Trust at Formby, is that pine wood. And Jennifer's doing a crystal art Japanese print canvas. Oh, I bet that's quite therapeutic, isn't it, Jennifer? Quite therapeutic. So I'm just blotting because there's no point being in a rush because you're removing quite a bit of ink because you've stamped onto a painted layer. Cleaning the fridge and washing the dog on my to-do list, but that can wait. Yes, it's gorgeous here as well, Jane. It's beautiful here. I'm certainly not washing the dog and I'm not doing the fridge. Absolutely not. So the idea is that I've got a teasel here, and this will go over here like this. But obviously I'm going to add some colour. I'm going to add some colour to that. But that's how it's going to go. But Jane was asking, what about the other background? But again, in the background, you could add the same stenciling and you could still add the teasel on that background as well. Either one. But I'm going to add it to this background. Sunny and hot outside. Sunny and hot in South Wales. Sorry, I missed that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to colour the thistle a little bit. Now this will be quick colouring because this isn't what you want to see me do. You don't want to see me just colour. So I'm just adding a bit of colour to the teasel just to make it pop a little bit. Now Corrie is wonderful at colouring, but obviously not all of us have got that talent at colouring in the same way. So don't be, you know, too frightened to colour in simple ways. It still looks effective even if it's coloured simply. I want to buy one for my daughter to do. Yes, they're supposed to be very therapeutic. Really therapeutic. So I'm just adding a touch of dark. Really nice image to clean. To clean? Oh dear. To colour. Nice image to colour. I've got cleaning on the brain now. So I'm just adding a touch more shading to the thistle. These colours will just bring it to life a little bit. Just to give the vibrancy to the flower. And it's great because you only need a touch of colour and a little bit of shading on one edge. And it brings it to life. It just brings the whole thing to life. So just add a little bit here. Actually, it's quite therapeutic colouring. I could do it all day. Baking hot before 6 near the NEC. B46. I was thinking, pardon? You're all answering each other's questions, you see, while I'm colouring. And then I'm going to add a touch of purple to the teasel. Just adding touches of purple. Obviously, I'm colouring this very quickly just to give you the idea. But sometimes this also looks more vibrant if you clear emboss as well. If you clear emboss. Just found you. Hello, Jane. Have you just found us? Was I hiding? Was I hiding? So I'm just adding a bit of colour and a bit of darkness to the base. Just a bit of darkness to that base. And all you need is to add Tracy is super fun, so are the ones that come to watch. Oh, bless. Yes, the company is wonderful. The company is fab. So I'm going to add that teasel, and just adding a little bit of colour brings it to life. So what I want to do now is I want to add a spotlight. A spotlight. Hi Tracy, almost forgot you're on earlier today. Oh, it doesn't matter, Anne, you can watch later. So what I want to do is add this spotlight, but I want to add it just to make everything pop. It just brings everything to life. So I'm going to add it. Let me just feed it. I have to feed the spotlight, and then I'm going to adhere like this. So I'm going to add my glue like this. Good morning, Gayla. Hello, Flower. Sue, I bought mine from Craft Buddy. I have no idea what they bought from Craft Buddy, but somebody bought something. So I'm just going to adhere my thistle and my little spotlight. And I like to find different ways to do things that I normally do. I like to try and be a little bit different when I can. Whoops, I can't hold this straight. There we go. Let me just get this straight. So I go quiet because I'm just trying to adhere everything. So just bear with me while I go a little bit quiet. I don't know why I'm going quiet. It's the concentration. The concentration on my face is hilarious. I'm even licking my tongue out. That's better. So I just want that spotlight to be added there. Ooh, another B46. What's a B46? Is this a motorway or something? So I'm just adding that spotlight just off centre. Bring this little bud out. Like so, and that spotlight makes everything pop. It just brings everything to life. What am I doing for time? It just brings everything to life, like so. It just makes everything pop. My daughter is getting down, so needs something to focus her mind. Oh, Sue, yes, you need to get something. Maybe one of them would be a good idea to focus her mind. It's a funny time, isn't it? Unfortunately, it's a funny time. So what I've got now is I've got thistle that I'm going to add in white here. Just the whiteness really does lift everything. So when you've got quite a dark background, always remember to add some pops of something just to make it, just to give it some life. So if you add a pop of white, that brings it to life. Sometimes if you've got a really pale background, a pop of black brings it to life. So I do like to do that. Just like turning the radio down when you're trying to find an address. She's loving doing crystal art. Oh, Birmingham postcode. I wondered where I live in a small village. Oh, right, Diane. I was wondering why we were saying B46 or whatever it was. I thought you were all losing the plot. I thought they're all talking about B46 here. I thought they were talking about vitamins or something. So what we're going to do is just add that thistle like so. And what I'm going to do then is just add another little staple here, just at the end, just to hold that in place. So then these pops of white really bring it to life. Bet Wiltshire is beautiful. Adult colouring, yes, adult colouring. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add some little touches of white to the background. Just a little touch, just on the edges of the card, just to bring in some lightness to that design. Now I'm not thinking about it too much, I'm just adding a little bit of lightness. Don't forget, this is a simple card, a simple idea with a simple background. Not everything has to be too complicated. So I'm just adding those touches of white with my finger, just to bring it. Obviously I don't need the white here because I've got white space, but I do need little touches of white here, like so. Little touches of white. So it's just adding these little details. And I had to do a simple card because obviously I don't want to interfere with the time that Leonie's using. And then I'm just going to add some little circular elements just to bring in those touches of white. Michelle, it is, and we're very close to Long Lee and Centre Parks. Oh, how lovely. How lovely. So now what I want to do is add a couple of embellishments. So what I'm going to do is where's it gone? I want to add this over my T of my thistle. So I'll just adhere it to a black piece of card just so that it pops again on the background. So we'll just add this to a black piece of card just so that it pops a little bit more. Just add this to a black card because then it just pops a little bit more, and then I'll add it to a white mount, to a white card blank. It's just thinking about the little finishing touches. Love the Centre Parks, Linda. Messed up the card when texture paste went under the stencil. Oops. Oh dear, Linda. But I do that loads of times as well. So I'm now, look at the state of my hands. All I've done is create one simple card and a background, and look at the state of my hands. Absolutely filthy. So I'm now going to add that. And what I want to do is just add this over there. Just make sure I get it the right way. So I'm going to add this over the T. Oh, thank you, Anne. I like to give as many ideas as I possibly can with the stamps, because I think if you're going to buy the stamps, it's nice to have some ideas as soon as you get them. And sometimes creating simple backgrounds is the best way to go. Just creating something simple. But for me, the embellishments just make it. Oh, thank you, Sue. So I'm just adding that to there, and then I want to add a little clip to the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a touch of colour, because you want to bring your embellishments into the project. You don't want them to blend in, but you just want them to work with the project. So I just want to add a little bit of colour. And Anna's given a tip, so somebody's saying thank you for the tip. I sound like you've tipped somebody, don't I? So I'm just adding a touch of colour to my metal piece. Just a touch of colour. Just so it looks like it all coordinates. And it all goes together. I won't waste that paint. I'll bring in a piece of card just so that I can use that paint. We don't want to waste that paint. So I'll use this. These colours go really well together when you're using opaque paints. When you use opaque paints, they go really well together. So they work beautifully. So you could create quite a few backgrounds in one sitting. So I'm just going to bring that in. Let me just dry the background. Au revoir, Sandrine. Au revoir. I'm now going to add some of this to the top. Remove that. Just make sure that sticks down. And then I'm going to add this to the top of my project. Like so. Just going to adhere this to my project. Just, obviously that will take a few moments for the glue to, adhere, just for it to take. So you need to press that down a few moments. And then we need to add some white splatters. I love the colours, Chris. How do you get the blue replying to someone? I think if you click on the name, it then allows you to reply. I think if you click on the name, it allows you to reply. Sure it does. I just need my other pen. Where's my other pen? There we go. Just add some white splatters. I don't want to add too many, I just want to add a few. This just goes to show you that you don't have to have too much of a complicated project. You can still have a simple project that's taken us half an hour to do, and that's your card. There you go. Click on the comment and you have the option to like and comment. There you go. So there is our background, and in the background you've got the marbling, but that white really brings everything to life. The white on the sentiment and the white on the focal image, and it really brings it to life. And for me, the idea of this Facebook Live is to show that because obviously I've got Leonie following me, so obviously I didn't want to overlap on her show. So I had to think of something quick and simple, but that doesn't mean it can't still be beautiful. And that, I'm really pleased with that. I love the fact that we've still got some dimension, but this pop, this actual spotlight, I love it. I just love it. And that isn't a difficult demonstration. You've got your stenciling in the background that lifts it as well. So it really sort of gives you a lovely design, and a tiny touch of colour to that teasel brings it to life. And that's our simple project for today. A nice simple one, just so that we don't interrupt Leonie's show, but hopefully still gives you some inspiration. And then if you look at this background, you could do the same with the teasel in the same background, and that one's got more purple on it, so you could do the same with the background, and it works really well for a simple technique. I just love it. I just love how it looks so vibrant with the white. I just love it. And what I like best is that I haven't put it flat either. I like this bit when it sticks up a bit. Am I a bit weird? I think I am a bit weird, aren't I? Oh, thank you, Sue. Thank you. So that's our project for today, because we did create some mixed media projects. So if we bring this one in, a total contrast with one of the other stamps of the one day special, using the tools, total contrast. But it means that your stamps are quite versatile. You've got lots of versatility with them. And look, I made the ivy stick. It's stuck down. It's perfectly stuck. But it's a total contrast to this one. So we've done quite a few different techniques with the one day special. I'll actually be back on my Facebook page on Thursday. What did you use for the spotlight circle? All as I did, Anita, was, you know, when you put two circular die cut pieces, two circular dies together, and you run them through your die cutting machine, you hold them in place with a piece of low tack tape, and that just gives you the outside section of the circle. And I've just layered them so that there's three together. There's three die cut circles together, so that gives me my spotlight. It's three of them stuck together, and it just gives me a little bit of dimension. So that's what I've done. I've just stuck them together. But I think that just makes it pop. Where do you get these frames from? These ones, Jane. These are a Tim Holtz frame. Tim Holtz. Thank you, Isabel. Oh, I've just got some happy post. Yay, Roz. It's not too thick to stamp on. Do you mean, Chantal, do you mean this? This is not too thick to stamp on, no. Because I've had this over the top, it doesn't really matter if the stamping isn't perfect over this, because you're adding this focal image over the top. So it's not too much of a problem. So, not a problem at all. So I can stamp on that and stencil on that, no problem. But it's lovely and textural, really textural. It's actually got a little bit of dimension, but not much. It's actually the marbling that makes it look dimensional. You're very welcome, Anne. Thank you very much. Thank you all for your company, and I'll hope you watch Leonie at 4 o'clock. Oh, thank you, Linda. I just tried to mix it up a little bit to do some more complicated projects, more in-depth projects, and some simple projects, just to mix it up for everybody. I'm on the lookout for rusty nails. I've got mine, look, Sue. Rusty nails. I've always got a rusty nail at hand. Always. Always. Oh, thank you, Nicola. Thank you very much. So I shall see you all on Thursday. And I will advertise it anyway, so I'll see you all on Thursday. I've got no idea what I'll be using on Thursday, but we'll decide then. So see you all Thursday. I strive to be good. Thanks very much, Linda. And I'll see you all soon. See you all soon. Bye. Oh, I'm glad you're going to try it, Carol. Thanks very much. Bye. Bye.